101 TKO Radio. What's up? What's up? You know what time it is. When you hear that music, when you hear that intro, you know it's your girl. It is Bedrooms of Life, those dictational conversations with Jade's Desire. Me, your host, your favorite real life erotica author and certified sexologist. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is my fourth show. I'm excited. I am very excited. I've gotten four shows in and I think it's doing well. I hope so. I'm still here. But I mean, it's good. It's something I've never done before, something I've been wanting to do, and I'm glad that I'm doing it. And I'm glad that I have this platform to do it on and talk about my favorite subject, which is sex, sex, and more sex. And for those of you that are my regulars, you know that I put that disclaimer out. I'm going to have to put it on my tagline. 101 TKO Radio and Jade's Desire, Tasteful Treasures, is not responsible for any broken bones, fractures, any traction, any hospitalization that may happen with you doing any of the positions without taking a class. I'm not responsible. Now, if you try to do it on your own, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm not responsible, so don't be like, Jade, no, because you could book a class. But however, what I am responsible for are rug burns, which consistent of elbows, knees, butt cheeks, and back burns. Those I will take. I will take full responsibility for any type of rug burns that you may get on your body. Maybe a handprint. Okay. I'll put a handprint out there because you gotta get smacked on a tushy just in case you was a bad girl. I'm just saying. But I have to put that out there. And I also have to put out there that I am not a relationship advice. So this is not a relationship show. I don't give out relationship advice. It's strictly nothing but intimacy, sex, how-tos, positions, definitions you want to try. That's me. I don't give out relationship advice, and my friends will tell you that because I don't give them relationship advice. But tonight's show, I guess you all really enjoyed last week's show talking about daydreaming and sexual daydreaming and, because I got a lot of inboxes about that. So we're going to pick up where we left off talking about daydreaming, but we also going to get into masturbation. We might throw a little voyeurism in there too, because who wants to masturbate without being watched? It's not fun. It's not fun at all. So, but that's what we're doing for tonight's show. And we're going to, I'm going to drop off a little information for y'all. So when y'all tune in, y'all will know that we have other shows that's on here. And these shows are dope. 101 TKO is doing some really big things. So starting out on Sunday, we got our fabulous owner of the restaurant, Chelsea. I got food on my mind. I said restaurant. I meant radio station. We got Chelsea Speaks that come on Sultry Sunday. She's starting that out, and this is one of the things that gave me that kick to say, okay, because I had been on the radio with her a couple of times doing interviews about my books and things that I was doing. And then I did the Sultry Sunday with her when she started back doing it. And it was just like, yes, this is what I need to be doing because I did podcasts. But I'm loving this. So we starting off Sundays with Sultry Sundays with our fabulous Chelsea Speaks from 6 to 8. Then we're going to do some little love TKO after she get you all mushy and get you all sexy and stuff like that. DJ Smooth is going to get you with that love TKO from 9 to 11. So we got Chelsea and we got love TKO on Sunday, starting out from 6 to 8 with Sultry Sunday. And then we got love TKO with DJ Smooth from 9 to 11. And then on Monday, it just keeps going. This is not like a podcast and we No, this is we live, baby. We live. So on Mondays we got Johnny Cabell and his team coming on from 5 to 8. Then on Tuesdays we got She Like from 11 to 1, and then on Wednesdays you got me, your favorite erotica author. Thursdays, my favorite duo. Like I love them so much. We gonna do some moonwalking with Dawn and Days. Fridays we got Flavor with Skittles, y'all. Y'all need to tune in to Skittles because Skittles so dope. It's ridiculous. Like that girl is all over the place. Like when I grow up, I want to be just like her because Skittles is doing it. So y'all definitely need to check out Skittles. And then after Skittles is from 12:30 to 3:30. Then we got King of the Nightlife from 6 to 9. And then on Saturdays, we got Trap and Bass. And that's from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. So it's a lot going on. It's not just, talk radio or anything like that. We're doing some big things over here. So shout out to Chelsea because she started this. And then make sure you get your tickets for Women Are Dope. That's coming up next Saturday on a national holiday 420. Thank God it's on a weekend this year, so we won't have to worry about doing no drops or getting some artificial pee. So, but yeah, tonight we're gonna pick up our fantasies. We're gonna pick up our sexual daydreams because I had a lot of. I wish I would call in because I'm getting messages, but y'all can call in and, it can be anonymous and y'all can ask me y'all questions or y'all can put it on any of the social media platforms. It's 101 TKO Radio or, my IG, which is Jay's Desire. So what we're going to do, we're going to pay a little bill or two, and then we're going to get right back into this conversation of sexual daydreams and masturbations. 101 TKO Radio, y'all. We'll be right back.
Hit me.
101 TKO Radio. Welcome back. Welcome back. For those that are just tuning in, it is your girl, Bedrooms of Life, those dictational conversations with your favorite erotica author and certified sexologist, Jade's Desire, the author of The Real Thoughts of a Sexual Submissive, Volume 1, and The Real Thoughts of a Sexual Submissive, Volume 2, The Making of Jade. So tonight we going in and we are picking up from last week because I had some messages come in from last week's show about fantasies and sexual daydreams. I think it's going to be safe to say that you all enjoyed that show because it was very interactive. And then we are also going to go into a little masturbation. So, why not fantasize and masturbate while you're fantasizing? I mean, it literally all ties in together. And then we're going to, maybe throw a little voyeurism in there because who don't like being watched while you masturbate? Like, it all ties together. It all goes hand in hand. Like, what's the fun in just masturbating? Like, what do you get out of just masturbating and sitting there and then once you're done, then what do you do? I wish y'all could heard. Oh my gosh. Really, super producer? Really? He just acted like he nodded off and went to sleep and started snoring, y'all. If y'all could have just seen it, it was hilarious. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, masturbation should be fun. It should be fun. It shouldn't just be, okay, I'm done. Like, that should be, like, part of foreplay. I'm just saying. So, did you all know that there was actually a Sexual Wednesdays? It is the day of the week in which people become extremely sexual and perverted. Super producer, did you know that?
No.
You did not know that? No?
No, that's new to me.
Really? And I think that's, on Wednesday. And I think that's where they coined the term hump day. If they correlate, I'm not sure if they correlate, but I didn't know that Wednesday was the specified sexual day. And it's a sexual day and it's perverted. I don't know if I want to go with the perverted part. What about you?
No, I'll pass on that.
No pervert?
No.
Okay. But I mean, like I said.
If I'm perving my girl or something else,
Unless you're perving your girl. Oh my God, you really got to explain. Please.
No, I mean, just being a little,
Being perverted with your girl?
Yeah.
But that's what I want to know. What do you do to be perverted with your girl?
I mean, either while she walking around, just, smacking her in the butt, or, just tease or whatever.
Oh, so you talking about being a DOM, which is a dirty old man. That's what that is. That is perverted. That's that dirty old man status. But yeah, that's what Wednesday is. And then you all know that mark your calendars because what is June 9th? June 9th is National 69 Day. Y'all want to know why? Because it's the 6th month and the 9th day. So that is National 69 Day. So I expect reports to be discussed about the various ways handstands on the couch, on the car, in the car, upside down in the trunk of the car. Let's say you got a SUV and you let the seats down. I'm talking about sitting on the floor with your back up against the couch. She's over him, and I mean, y'all get the picture, right? Because I can just keep going, because I done just gave y'all like so many different ways of doing 69 instead of just laying in the bed doing 69. Or you can lay on your side, you go one way, they go the other way. Like, it's so many different variations of 69 instead of just laying on your back. I mean, do a handstand. If you can't do a handstand, do just like I said, lay on, sit on the floor with your back up against the couch, and that's a semi-handstand. You're still getting some 69 in. He might slide down, Just hope to God that you don't choke, but I'm just saying. Like I said, that disclaimer, I am not responsible. Maybe for a little choking and gagging. I'd be responsible for choking and gagging because that's a good thing. Ain't nothing wrong with choking, ain't nothing wrong with gagging, but you just got to know when to come up for air. And what does that tie us back to? What does that tie us back to, super producer? If we can't, if we in a position that we can't verbalize, what did I teach about that?
Safe words.
Hot damn. See? See, somebody is listening. Those safe words. If you get yourself in a 69 position and you cannot verbalize that you can't breathe or anything like that, that's what those safe words, those verbal and nonverbal safe words come in at. So I'm just saying, June 9th. Oh my God, it just dawned on me. That's my dad's birthday. No wonder there's so many of us. That answers a lot of questions. Yeah, okay. So, yes, it is. June 9th is National 69 Day. So, we'll do a position, a different 69 position every day up until then. And then on that day, I'm not sure what day that's on, but if it's either the day of the show or after the show, then we'll talk about it and see what y'all came up with and see what y'all, what y'all doing. So if you just now tuning in, you are with Jade's Desire, and we are doing those bedrooms of life, those dictational conversations on 101 TKO Radio on all platforms. So please subscribe. Please subscribe, download the app, Google app, and Apple. So when we come back, we're going to get into that conversation of fantasizing, sexual daydreams, and then we're going to do a lot of masturbation. Teach y'all how to masturbate. We're going to do some handless masturbation. I know I just stumped y'all with that one. I'm just saying. All right, so 101 TKO Radio, give us a call, 678-439-7419. Be right back. 101 TKO Radio. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You are listening to Bedrooms of Life, those dictational conversations with moi, your favorite erotica author, and no, let me go back. Your favorite real life erotica author and certified sexologist, Jade's Desire. Tonight, we are picking back up talking about sexual daydreams, fantasies, with a little masturbation, with a little voyeurism. Then I'm going to give y'all a couple of positions for National 69 Days so y'all can practice before the actual day gets here. So I found out that it's actually on a Sunday. I don't know how y'all feel about, doing crazy stuff on the Lord's Day. I mean, if y'all want to do it the Lord's way, that's fine, but I don't know how y'all feel about it. So I do want to get the deets and the details after that on the show on the 12th. So I don't know how people feel about doing 69 on Sunday, but we going to hell for some reason. I'm just saying, why not go to hell? Enjoying it. All right, so let's get to these fantasies. So one of the questions that I got was how to make a fantasy a reality, which was very odd to me because my response was just do it. Whatever you fantasize about, just do it. But then they came back with, well, what if my partner is not into what I want to do? Okay. This turned into a whole, and I don't know if they're joining in tonight or not, but, All right, so this is what this is. If you have a fantasy, and I will continue to preach this, this is what I was telling you all on the very first show. That conversation, that opens the door for everything. You have to know how to communicate with your significant other. You have to know how to communicate with your spouse, because if you don't, then that's going to cause a problem somewhere, especially if it's something that you want to do and it don't necessarily have to be about sex. It could be anything. You can be going through something, or something can be wrong, or you're missing something, or your spouse is not doing something that they used to do. If you're not vocalizing it, then it's going to sit and it's going to fester. Now, when it comes to sex, just like I told y'all, everybody's sexual experience is different. Some people started early having sex. Some people started late. Why are you laughing at me? I'm just saying, everybody is different. And it's like, just because you started early don't mean that you knew what you were doing. Because you didn't know what you was doing, you had to learn. You had to get that experience. And it depended on who you were with, how you were with them, things like that. It really just kind of evolves. So if you're with somebody that is less sexually experienced than you are, then have that conversation. Don't judge them, because you don't know what happened in their lifetime. They could have been raised in one of those strict church families that, okay, you got to wear a dress. You can't do this. You got to be home by this. You can't do that. So you can't judge because, you was a whoremonger before they started, doing everything. Don't judge. Everybody is different. I mean, that's just like me. I don't look at my friends no differently, because as far out as I am, I have one particular friend who's a lot worse than I am. And it's like, ooh, okay, I got some, and it's like that. It's okay. It's okay. So, like I was telling that person, have that conversation. As long as you're not doing, as long as it's not anything crazy, I think that it should be okay. Now, if you've been together for some years, and then all of a sudden, because for whatever reason, Lord, I don't know why. I don't know why a threesome is everybody's fantasy. You have to be confident and secure, not only with yourself, but within your relationship, because sometimes bringing a third person in can do more harm than it can doing good. So you want to make sure that that's not the case when you're doing that. And if your male counterpart is like really pressuring you to do it, something is not right. Something's not right, because it's like, why? That'll make me feel like, he's not satisfied with me, or I'm not enough. And nobody wants to feel like that. Nobody wants to feel like that. So when it comes to fantasies, a fantasy can become reality very easily. Just sit down, tell your partner what your fantasy is. As long as it's not one cup, two straws, and if y'all know what that is from about 10, 20 years ago, first of all, y'all old and y'all nasty. I'm just saying. And please, I'm not going to, no, we're not going to discuss that. It was just disgusting. And if I'm saying it's disgusting, it's disgusting. So what you need to do is just sit down, have a heart to heart. Like, hey, babe, I was thinking about, you doing, Cowboy Wrangler. First of all, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy and be like, "What's a Cowboy Wrangler?" Nah, I'm just saying it's a Cowboy Wrangler. So then, after you tell them what the said position is, they got to sit there and absorb what you're saying. This is a fantasy. Now, what you don't want to do is have that person think that this is something that you've done with somebody else and you want to try to do it with them, because that's not going to go over well, because they're going to think, hey, you done messed around on me, you done cheated, whatever the case may be. No, I was sitting at home watching porn, or I was just coming up with something, and that's usually how most positions come up. You just come up doing something crazy, and it happens. But you have to have that conversation. Everything leads back to that conversation. So once you tell them about the Cowboy Wrangler, and then it soaks in, you describe what the Cowboy Wrangler is, there are going to be questions. Like, where did you get this position from? How do you know about this position? Because, the wheels are spinning. The wheels are like, okay, he been messing around. No, and it's not that. It could have been something that this person experienced a long time ago and, want to experience it with you. And that's usually what it is. That's why it's a fantasy, because they've seen it somewhere, they've done it long time ago, or whatever the case may be. Because half the time when I look at this man and say, okay, this is what I want to do, it usually don't go over well. I'm just going to be honest. It don't go over well, because he don't say nothing. He just look at me, roll his eyes, and tell me to stop talking to him. Not quite those words, but, But hey, I'm just saying, at least I vocalized to him, what I want. But you have to be able to have that conversation. Now, when you're fantasizing, let's say that you're laying down and you're fantasizing and you get the Cowboy Wrangler, or you sitting down and you're explaining to her what the Cowboy Wrangler is, and she's into it, and she decides that she wants to join in, guess what? She's going to watch you masturbate. All of this comes in. So I'm going to leave y'all with that cliffhanger. So this is 101 TKO Radio with your girl Jade's Desire, those bedroom of life, dictational conversations. I will be back and we will pick up where we left off. Cliffhanger.
I'm 54, so basically, it's too late to start
101 TKO Radio. Welcome back. Welcome back. Bare Rooms of Life. For those that are just now tuning in, you are listening to your favorite real life erotica author and certified sexologist, Jade's Desire. And you have tuned into Bare Rooms of Life, those dictational conversations. And we are picking up from discussing fantasies because there was a topic. We had the topic on last week, but you all, I don't know why y'all so shamefaced. It's it's sex. Everybody has sex. These are questions. We had a person that wanted to know how to get their person to if they how to communicate to that person about a fantasy that they wanted to have, to make sure that they didn't think that it was the wrong thing. Because like me, I just sit up and think about some crap and be like, okay, can we try this? Then I get the side eye, like, I'm going to need you to stop either watching TV or reading a book. No, it's just my imagination. I feel like the Temptations, just my imagination. I'm just saying, and that's pretty much what fantasizing and sexual daydreaming is, just picturing yourself doing something with somebody. So back to it. Now, if you are doing the cowboy, so I'm just saying, while you're in that position, it could be the simple fact of the matter that she's enjoying being in that position. And part of this position, she decides that she wants to sit back and straddle and just masturbate. What are you going to do? Stop her? Absolutely not. Right, sir? We going to,
Nope.
What you going to do? Sit there and watch?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If she's definitely enjoying herself.
Okay. So you like voyeurism?
I mean, who doesn't?
Oh, it's a lot of people that don't, believe it or not.
Yeah. Well, they weird. I'm just saying.
So let's say that you're out in public and you wouldn't mind somebody watching you, or is that different?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Have you tried it?
Nah. Well.
Y'all should see the smile on his face. It's this real devious look that's coming across his face right now, and I'm just waiting on him to reply.
Next topic.
Okay, so, but, cowboy tracker is one of those positions that it's like, it's the best way that I can explain it, it's the reverse cowgirl for men. You know how I call it the perfect reverse cowgirl, because there's a difference between the reverse cowgirl and the perfect reverse cowgirl. So the cowboy tracker is literally just that position, but it's the men's version. So ladies, we have to not only think about, making sure that our men are satisfied, but making sure that we're satisfied. And this position for me is just like the Amazon woman because it's orgasmically correct. Yeah, that's not a new word, so I'm not excited about that. I got to come up with a new word. But it's still a fun position to do. So just think about the reverse cowgirl and just reverse it. Just reverse the position. And I know y'all sitting up there trying to figure out, how do I get in this position, or how? It's very possible. It's very possible to get in that position. Can't really say it over the radio, but just think about the reverse cowgirl and then just flip over. That's really all you're doing. And then while you're doing that, then you can turn into a masturbation session, and then you both can watch each other masturbate. Bam! Easy night. I'm just saying. That's like a best night. That's like the best night ever, because guess what? You were thinking about something. You fantasized about something. You fantasized about this all day long. You came home. You had a glass of wine. You talked it over with your significant other. It it compressed, and it was like, okay, I'll try it. You tried it. It turned into doing this wonderful climatic position to y'all masturbating together, to then y'all watching each other masturbating, and then bam, orgasm. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. By the time I get through with y'all gonna have an orgasm for everything that you. You're gonna drink some water, bam, orgasm. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Can you get turned on from drinking water? If you do right with the ice cube, you absolutely can. I'm just saying. It's a lot that you can do with an ice cube, and it's a lot that you can do with water, and don't consist of spitting. I'm just saying. You can gargle. Are you good enough to gargle while having an oral conversation with water in your mouth? You don't want too much because you definitely don't want to choke. Because that's definitely one of those things that I don't want to be responsible for. So if you are not capable of having some form of liquid, just a little bit, in your mouth and gargling while having an oral conversation, please don't try it. That's definitely one of those disclaimers that you're going to put out there and say, folks, in capital bold letters, do not try this at home. I'm just saying. But it's literally, voyeurism is an amazing thing. That's if you're into it. You can get, there are a lot of people that's not into it. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. There's nothing wrong with voyeurism. Some people are into it, some people not. And it's like, some people want to be watched, some people don't want to be watched. It just kind of depends. Now, we're not talking about the creepy cat. We're not talking about somebody outside your window looking in. Absolutely not, sir. I will shoot you. Keep in mind, I am from the south side of Chicago, and I do know how to shoot any form of gun that you put in my hand. I'm going to let you know that. And I have no problems with using it. I'm such a lady. I really am. But I will shoot you. But, I'm just saying, voyeurism is fun. Like, if you've ever been to a swinger session or someplace like Trapeze or to a red party or anything like that, and you just have a group of people standing around watching, having sex, it's an adrenaline rush. It is truly an adrenaline rush. And it's the same thing when you're masturbating. When you're masturbating, to just sit and watch. I tried that today. I'm going to have to try it again another day because, what I have to do is get some applications filled and start doing some interviews because I'm not getting what I want right now. Hint, hint. But if you're masturbating, that's the best form to become one. It really is, because you can be masturbating her off and she could be masturbating you off. And it's just like you both orgasm at the same time. And it's very possible. Like, it's so possible. It's so much fun. Like, the best thing in the world to do is you both climax and have an orgasm at the exact same time. Like, that's an amazing feeling. Like, who does not want that feeling? So you got all these fantasies that you want to fulfill. You just got to figure out how you want to fulfill those fantasies. Write them down, like I told y'all last week. Write them down. Write down your fantasy. Write down your top 5 or your top 3. If worst case scenario, just write down one. And just, if you're afraid to do it, just be the little engine that could. I think I can, because the more that you convince yourself that you can do it, the more that you can do it. You're not doing anything crazy. You're behind your closed doors, and you're doing what you want to do as a grown adult with your significant other. So it's your life. And it's like, okay, if you want to play dress up and go to the bar, that right there, that is so hot. That is so hot to just dress up and be sexy, because technically what you're doing is you're getting to know each other all over again in a different way because you're pretending like you don't know each other. So we're going to come back and we're going to talk about that a little further, give y'all a couple of more things to do. 101 TKO Radio, Bedrooms of Life, those dictational conversations. Please feel free to comment, call in 678-439-7419. Be back in a minute. 101 TKO Radio. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You are listening to Bedrooms of Life, those dictational conversations with your favorite and only favorite, I'm putting myself up there, real life erotica author and certified sexologist, Jade's Desire. So tonight we are continuing the conversation of sexual daydreams and fantasies, and we're twisting into masturbation and voyeurism. So, every now and then, I'm going to promote my book. Okay, all the time, I'm going to promote my book. So, before we get back to that, this is a fantasy that's out the book, The Real Thoughts of a Sexual Submissive. I had to make sure that it was certain things that I could say. But, I am grammatically experimental. I just be making up stuff. I am dope. All right. So this is The Real Thoughts of a Sexual Submissive, Volume 1. This is Tea Bags, Honey, and Cream. Ladies, what do you think about tea bags? Do you like it or dislike it? Do you feel some type of way when a guy wants to teabag you? Do you even know what teabagging is and how to do it and where the concept came from? Let's see how we can have the conversation about tea bags, honey, and cream. He stands over me with my face under his butt. Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah. The more that I go into this, the more I realize that FCC regulations is not going to let me. It's not going to let me continue. Yeah. So we're not going to finish that one. I thought that one was a little clean, but no, just go by the book. But we can still talk about it because that's one of those fantasies, because you do have men that want to teabag. And a lot of women don't know what teabagging is. It's literally self-explanatory. Literally self-explanatory. What are you doing? You got the hot water, and you got the tea bag, and you're dropping it up and down. Come on, guys, use your imagination. Ladies, you are upside down. You're the cup of hot water, and he's dropping what? His tea bags up and down. Super Producer is over here cracking up. That's a real position. You've never heard of that? I was going to say, Lord have mercy, you're killing me. But that's literally what it is. Like, you just have to... There's no other way to explain it. There's no other way to say it. But that's exactly what teabagging is. And that's one of those fantasies, because you get men that, they boys that had it done to them, or they done saw it on TV somewhere, and they want to get it done. Guess what? What's the worst that can happen is, besides you... What you say, Super Producer?
A Nestle Crunch. That's the worst.
I thought that's what you said. He said a Nestle's Crunch. We're not going to have a Nestle's Crunch. No, we're not going to do that. But, I mean, if you're holding on to the cover, you're not going to fall. Grab his legs. I mean, he's going up and down. What's going to happen? I mean, if he falls, guess what? He's gonna fall leaning towards you. So the tea bag is gonna not go. So you're not gonna hurt yourself. You're not gonna hurt him. I'm just saying, but you always want to use caution. And I mean, do it from a chair. Do it hanging your head over the end of the bed. I'm just saying. It's it's one of those things that can be done any type of way. So, but that's a fantasy. And like I said before we end it, going somewhere and acting like you don't know each other. Dress up. Dude, fellas, put on that suit that shows that cut, that swagger with that one button, with them cufflinks. Oh my God. And you don't even need a tie. Don't put no tie on. Just put on you some nice, Steve Madden shoes and a nice dress pants and jacket and a white shirt or something with a pocket knife. I said a pocket knife. Oh my God, I'm ready to cut somebody. a pocket tie. That's sexy. We don't need all that stuff. If you want to put a ring on the baby finger, okay, we can do that. But I mean, put on that cologne that's gonna have us smelling good, ladies. Go ahead and get that black dress or that red dress, something sexy that he ain't never seen before. Get a wig, because I'm pretty sure you can go get a wig, get a short wig, long wig, different color, do your makeup different. Like, I mean, because we can be whoever we want to be. Because a couple of weeks ago, I was Lola Falana. I don't know who I'm this week. I might be her mama or somebody. I don't know. But I'm just saying, we can be whoever we want to be. We can go get a blonde wig and do our face and be somebody completely different. My alias is Anastasia. Anastasia. That is my alias. So if I meet somebody and I don't want to tell them my real name, it's Anastasia. Not going to tell them Jade because they don't want to meet Jade because then they'll open up Pandora's box. I don't need those type of headaches. So I'm good. So for the last 20 years, I've been Anastasia. It's a beautiful name. It's a German name. Anastasia Bievenhauser. Yes, that's what it is. That is my alias. Anastasia Bievenhauser. They look at me like I'm crazy. I am biracial. Technically, I really am. But they don't know that. I mean, technically I am biracial, but they don't know with what. I'm just saying. But you want to make sure that when you fantasize, you're making sure that you can fantasize on something that's realistic. It's something that's going to spark and enhance your relationship. It's going to give you that edge. It's going to give you that kick. And who's to say she may not even walk in with a nice, sexy dress on. She could walk in with some thigh highs, bras, panties with the attachment, trench coat. Sit at the bar, sit right next to you. You look at her, she look at you. Guess what? Game over. Sometimes we don't play fair, but I mean, I'm just saying, you were not expecting that. You were not expecting her to come in like that. You just know that you were having a fantasy. You were fantasizing. And that could be a fantasy of yours for her to come into a bar like that. And that may be something that she's never done before. And guess what? She did it just to please you and make you happy. And guess what? Just based off your reaction on how surprised and excited that you are that she did that, that's going to enhance it. That's going to put that spark. You're going to see her reaction. She's going to see your reaction. And then there goes that conversation. There goes, other things that's coming up. Other fantasies. Now, we don't want to go overboard with the fantasies. Let's do fantasies like once a month. Once every 3 months or once every 6 months, because we don't want to do it on a regular basis because we don't want anybody feeling less than. That's just something that's just like a surprise impromptu thing, like every 6 months, once a year, something like that. But you definitely don't want to do it. You can talk about it in that masturbation. I would say literally shoot your shot as much as you possibly can. And, ladies, I am not one for wasting a good protein shake. Now, if you need a facial, make sure that your eyes are covered. But I would not suggest, I call it disrespecting. Like, I think it's just so disrespectful. I think it's so very disrespectful to let a protein shake go to waste. It really is. It's one of those things that's like, what are you doing? I get so irritated when I hear women, I know that, it's nasty. Okay. What's nasty about it? If you eat okra, you can have a protein shake. I'm just saying. If you can eat okra, you got a protein shake. saying. I'm being honest. Fried green tomatoes, okra. I'm just saying. Yep, she said a facial. I mean, I'm just saying. You look at me. I don't look my age. I dare not tell over the air, but I don't look my age. I don't look like my oldest kid, 32. I just say, an apple a day keeps other tricks away, and so does protein shakes. Do it on a regular. Shake it up if you got to do it by yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with it. What are you gonna do until you know? Absolutely not. He's not going to tell you no. If you decide that you want to go hand in hand and get a protein shake up out of him, what is he going to do? Stop you? What man in a right man going to do that? Seriously. If that man stop you from you enjoying a good masturbation session with him and waiting for him to give you a protein shake and he stops you, you need to break up with him very quickly because that's unnatural. I'm just saying. And for those that are just now tuning in online and the radio station, you listening to Bedrooms of Life, dictational conversations with your favorite real life erotica author and certified sexologist Jade's Desire. 101 TKO Radio on all platforms. Give us a call, 678-439-7419. And we're talking about fantasizing. We're talking about fantasizing. We're talking about sexual daydreams. We're talking about masturbation. We're talking about voyeurism. This is just literally, this show is literally all about the education of sex, doing things different, exploring sexual things. It's orgasmic. It's very orgasmic. So give us a call. All platforms, 101 TKO Radio, 678-439-7419. Make sure you download the app so you can listen. And we will be right back. TKO Radio. Welcome back. Welcome back. If you are just now tuning in, you are in tune with Bedrooms of Life, those dictational conversations with your favorite real life erotica author and certified sexologist, Jade's Desire. Tonight, we are talking about fantasies. Fantasies, a continual conversation from on last week. And we are also talking about masturbation. And we're also talking about voyeurism. And I just got the dopest. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving this. I just got the dopest comment about voyeurism. We're exhibitionists with trusted voyeurs. A fantasy we have is for us to have backdoor in front of our voyeur. Oh my God. That is so awesome. That is so awesome oh my God. Like, this is my new favorite person. Okay. We're a monogamous husband and wife, strictly into exhibition and consensual safe spaces. These are my new best friends. Sorry. These are my new best friends. They're not into poly. They're not into none of that. They're monogamous straight out the door, but they enjoy voyeurism. Voyeurism is so hot. You have no idea how hot voyeurism is. And as you know, didn't you call me nasty? You called me a nasty girl, didn't you? See, now he not going to say nothing. Now he quiet. So I keep telling y'all I'm about that life. So in the book, in the first book, The Real Thoughts of a Sexual Submissive, it's called Watch Me. Now, this is where fantasy comes in. This is where, like, everything that I'm talking about. And sometimes I refer back to the book to see if it's something that I can read to you all to entice you all to purchase the book. And you can get it from me and I will sign it and send you a nice little gift. So this is called Watch Me. And we're going to use this as a fantasy and everything else that we're talking about. Picture me undressing, taking off my bra, caressing my breasts, slowly and gently, sliding my hands in my panties and spreading my lips apart. Watch me. Watch me finger myself. Listen to my juices as a sound like macaroni and cheese juices running down my fingers. Watch me as I taste the juices off my finger, licking them slowly, pulling my nipples back, sucking on them. Watch me grab you and stroke it slow. Watch me lick from the base and to the tip of your head. I'm watching you. Are you watching me? This is in the first book, The Real Thoughts of a Sexual Submissive. So this, when I tell y'all, I'm not just up here saying stuff. Like, this is literally who I am. What I like it's been like this. I pretty much want to say my whole life, because I was that experimental kid, because I came from one of those households, and it's okay. It's okay, because I live a sex experimental life. And I think everybody does, because everybody's definition of being freaky, everybody's definition of being nasty, everybody is different. Because what you may think as being freaky is basic to me, because I'm like, dude, I did that when I was in the 8th grade. And it could be like, it could be one of those things. She said, oh yes, that's what I'm saying. Literally, like, this is, when you all get the book, you're literally reading my sexual autobiography. The first one is like, and I just jumped off our topic looking at her comment. The first book is literally like you're reading my personal diary, because that's literally what it is. And the second one is how I became. And it tells you about not everybody. I got to get to volume 3, but I want to make sure that volume 1 and 2 is where it needs to be. But it's like, when you have these fantasies, when you have these daydreams, it's okay. And as you can see, just the comments that's coming in, there are people that's into voyeurism, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I can't stand when people, will you do this? Or well, that's why you bored and you're miserable and you're unhappy. Everything ain't for everybody. It's not. That's just like, You know, I've had people ask me about poly. Absolutely not. I poly will kill you because I'm not finna share. Absolutely not. It's not gonna happen. I'm not into poly. I don't knock anybody for it because that's not for me, and it's not that I'm insecure or anything like that. I don't like sharing because that's like, so everybody has their difference of, about it, but it is what it is, to each his own. But back on topic, we're discussing fantasies, we're discussing voyeurism, we're discussing masturbation, and everything that we've been doing so far since I've started my show, and this is my fourth show. And I thank you all for tuning in because I'm really excited. So the first show we talked about conversations. The second show we talked about safe words. Third show we talked about flogging, BDSM. Like, we talked about it all. And then last week we talked about sexual daydreams and fantasies, and it was good because, like I said, I had messages and people still talking about it offline, and I'm glad and I'm excited about it that, you all are having those conversations with me. But I would really love for y'all to have the conversations with me while I'm live on air. Call in, send a SOS, send a drone, something. So, we can definitely have those conversations, and I'm okay with that. Like, no question. If I don't know, guess what? I'm gonna find out. And I will be like, you know what? I don't even know. But I'll find out and I'll let you know. Or if it's something that's just like tutu, I'll be like, yeah, that's going to be a no for me. But everything that I'm doing is literally for educational purposes because everybody needs a healthy sex life. And it needs to be about intimacy because, like I told y'all, sex is not just penetration or penetration. That's what I call it. I call it penetration. It's not just that. Sex is mental. Sex is emotional. Sex is spiritual. Like, if you can have somebody, like I told y'all last week, if you can have somebody have a mental orgasm, you got that person locked. It ain't nothing that you can do or say to get that person away from you because it's just that intense. And it's an amazing feeling to have a mental orgasm. And there's nothing wrong with it because that means that you're sexually heightened. You're sexually on a whole nother level that you probably never had somebody that's sexually compatible with you. Like, there's no way of doing it. There's no way of knowing it. So, that's what this is about. This is about learning how to have a fantasy. First of all, you got to have an imagination. You can have a conversation with your friends. You can have a conversation with your boys, or your girls, but you still got to visualize what it is that you want. Visualize what it is that you need, what you desire. Because sometimes a fantasy is just a fantasy and it may not be able to come to reality. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with having a fantasy that is just like, I just want to stay in a fantasy lane. Because when I look at my other half, there's some things that it's like, okay, I know he's not going to want to do that. So it's like I stay in my fantasy lane and I just look at him and I fantasize. And it's just like, he'd be like, what you looking at me like that for? You don't want to know. You don't want to know. But that's okay. Because that's in my head. So the next time that we together, that fantasy is going to be in my head, and he gonna get a porn star. I'm just saying, he's gonna get, I don't know if those of you know that, Vanessa Del Rio is my idol. I have patterned my life after her, like, for real. Y'all have no idea. I have literally patterned my life after Vanessa Del Rio. Like, if I ever met her, I would probably pass out. Just take me to the king right then and there because, I'm good. I saw her once when I was 16 when she retired. I went to her retirement party, and I'm so off topic, but I just had to get that out. So, he says, my wife told me she's not into sharing, and I'm okay with that. I had plenty of threesomes, etc. in my single days. Right. So it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that because there are things that you did in your younger years that is like, okay, it's over and done with. I don't need to do that no more. It's out your system. That's why I was like, okay, when you get to a certain point, you need to get things out of your system. So when you do get ready to settle down, you settle down. And there's absolutely nothing okay, but you can still have those conversations. And I'm with wifey. I'm not into sharing. FAFO is all I'm saying. And if y'all don't know what that means, y'all know what that means. FAFO. All right, Bedrooms of Life, those dictational conversations, 678-439-7419, 101 TKO Radio. Y'all, we'll be right back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, y'all, this has been amazing. 101 TKO Radio, Bedrooms of Life. For those of you that are just now tuning in, those dictational conversations with your favorite, I'm the favorite, real life erotica author and certified sexologist, Jade's Desire. We are talking sexual daydreams, fantasies, masturbation, voyeurism. The conversation that's going on Instagram right now is so, it is so hot. It is so amazing. And I hope y'all tune in next week. Call in. So what I'm gonna do, super producer be giving me some good ideas. So next week, for those of you, and I'll do the first three. The first three people, when we're talking about the topic and call in, you will get a signed autograph of the book. Only one. Only one. So that's for next week. If y'all, the first three people that call in off topic, haven't decided what the topic is going to be yet, because it seems like y'all are really interested in voyeurism and stuff like that. So maybe I'll do like I did this week, have a, do a recap of it, talk about it, and then blend in some other things, because fantasies was last week, so I just put in the masturbation and voyeurism just to have a new topic and kind of keep it flowing on. So, but tonight has been amazing. Getting ready to wrap up. Y'all, thank y'all so much. This is my fourth show. Super producer, how am I doing so far? He gave me a thumbs up, y'all. So, but yeah, this has definitely been good. This conversation that I'm having on Instagram, this I love people like this. So, but I'm gonna give y'all, I don't even know what to say. I'm just like so overwhelmed with the interactions that I've been getting online. And he told me that people are definitely tuning in on the radio. Like, y'all don't know how that's making me feel, because I was nervous. I didn't think anybody was gonna listen or hear what I wanted to say or talk about, but I definitely appreciate y'all. But at the same time, these other dope shows that's on the radio, I'm just saying. So, like our fabulous owner, Chelsea Speaks, y'all, she is so dope, like for real, for real. She got Sultry Sundays from 6 to 8. Then after she's done with those Sultry Sundays from 6 to 8, we got DJ Smooth, I'm sorry. He's doing a Love TKO from 9 to 11. That's on Sunday. So they're getting y'all ready. They're getting y'all ready and hyped on Sunday, because, if you've never listened to Chelsea's Sultry Sundays, I don't know what to tell you. You better, she getting a sexy back. So then on Mondays, we got Johnny from 5 to 8. And then Tuesdays, we got She Like from 11 to 1. Thursdays, my favorite duo, you're moonwalking with Dawn and Days from 3 to 5. Now, this is where I get excited. Not saying that I don't get excited for nobody else, but Skittles is dope, y'all. Like, she's so freaking dope. It's ridiculous. She on Fridays from 12:30 to 3:30. And then you got King of Nightlife from 6 to 9. That's all on Fridays. And then you got Saturdays with Trap and Bass. And that's from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. So every single day it's a lineup. Download the app 101 TKO Radio on all platforms. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Live 365. And anything that you can stream on 101 TKO Radio is there. And then you can always call in. And everything is anonymous. If you don't want your name to be played, you don't have to say your name. You can just call in. But, you can call in and use an alias. Just don't take mine, Anastasia Beaverhauser. I'm just saying. Super producer laughing at me. But I'm just saying. But this is so dope. Like, I so appreciate it. So tonight's conversation was good. The interaction from IG was good. Attitude adjuster. You and your wife, my new favorite couple. Like, for real. For real. Like, strong, deep monogamy. Know what you want. Know what you like, what you don't like. Voyeurism. Like, all of that. This is literally all that we're talking about. So, but stay tuned. Next Wednesday, yeah, I don't know. Y'all seem to like the fantasy, so maybe I'll continue on with the fantasy, like I said, and just throw another topic in there or something. I'll come up with something. Maybe I'll start y'all out with 3 simple positions because I done gave y'all. Oh, so we did the Amazon woman, we did the spider. What else did we do, super producer? We did the Amazon woman, we did the spider, we did the Eiffel Tower. Tonight I told y'all about the cowboy tracker, perfect reverse cowgirl. What else? Teabagging. What else? It's so many. By the time I get through with y'all gonna have an encyclopedia of positions. So, I'm just saying, and yes, this is literally coming off the top of my head. So, but tonight has been awesome. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for listening. Oh my God, y'all making me feel real special, for real, for real. So we're gonna close out the night. We're gonna close out something nice and sexy. But thank y'all. That's all I can say. I'm so at a loss for words right now. So next week, tune in. Sunday, Sultry Sundays with Chelsea. Start your week out with Chelsea. You won't be disappointed. I promise you won't be disappointed. Every day we got a different personality on, and they some dope personalities. So, but I'm going to say goodnight, and we're going to do something, close this out real sexy, and I'll see y'all next week. Have a good one.